Hey everyone, it's Debbie from Live, Love, Beach to Bay. This is my weekly check-in with you all. I hope you've been enjoying the videos thus far. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the top 10 reasons why you should absolutely consider a move to Coastal Delaware. I live here, I play here, and I work here. And I'm absolutely living my best life as a professional realtor, fitness enthusiast, and just genuinely lover of life. I get up every day and really look forward to what the new dawn's gonna bring me. And I know that a huge reason behind that is because I live in Coastal Delaware. So let's start with the obvious, beach life. I've been a beach girl, beach person, beach individual since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. My mother tells a delightful story that the minute the tide started to go out, I started to cry. I'm not sure that that's truth. I'm not sure whether that's fact or a little bit of folklore from Mom, also known as Judy, but that's what she says. And I can tell you to this day, there is no place that brings me greater joy than being on the beach, walking on the beach, swimming at the beach, staring at the beach, and all of the above. So it definitely moves and soothes my soul at the same time. So 26.2 coastal miles from one end of the Delaware beach to the tip of Fenwick, right before we step into Ocean City, Maryland, which is another spectacular beach. But for today's content, it's all about the top 10 reasons to move to Coastal Delaware. So the number one reason, beach life. If you love the beach, if you love everything about watching waves, come in, go out, etc., beautiful sandy beaches, you need to truly consider Coastal Delaware as your place to live, play, and work. Coastal Delaware is a active individual's dream, okay? There is, year-round, really delightful weather, some warmer summer months, some slightly cooler fall months, some cold-ish winter months, but again, nothing like you would experience in some of the more northern New England states or Midwest states, etc. Really has a temperate climate is what I would call. We still have seasons. I'm still gonna see turning leaves. I'm gonna see daffodils, an occasional dandelion. I'm gonna experience some hot mugginess in the summer, but it really is a delightful climate year round that really supports that active lifestyle. So whether you run or bike, as Debbie does, or if you kayak, or if you windsurf, or if you snorkel, or if you have a pontoon boat, all of the above. And it's not just water sports, but it's active, being active. If you want to plant a garden, if you want to go to a nature preserve, if you want to play pickleball, for gosh sakes, how could I forget pickleball? This is absolutely the region that you want to consider for living, playing, and working. So I've touched on beach life, active lifestyle, fabulous climate. What about the tax benefits, okay? So, I've enjoyed these tax-free benefits for so long that I forget that other areas of the country, other states, right across the state lines, Maryland, Pennsylvania, DC, New Jersey, don't enjoy the tax benefits that we have here in Delaware. We have 0% sales tax. So, I still get excited when I've got family or friends here and we are out having, a bite to eat and the check arrives and everyone looks at that and they're like, where's the tax? I said, there is no tax, okay? When some family and friends make big purchases, they occasionally send them to my home because they're tax-free. And that's the family and friends that does not live in Delaware. Okay, don't dime me out on that, but it has been known to happen. But again, when I buy a major appliance, when I buy a extra special pair of running shoes, there's no sales tax on that, okay? When I bought my carbon fiber bike, there was no sales tax on that. That is a wonderful incentive. And how about record low property taxes? So I can tell you that my property taxes here right outside of Ocean View, Delaware, are 1/10 of what they were when I raised my family in the Brandywine Valley. I had a lovely home. My children got a fabulous education in the Brandywine Valley in Pennsylvania, but I will tell you that I am really enjoying the unbelievably low property taxes here in Sussex County. And a couple of years, I'm not telling you my age, but in a couple of years, after having established some residency and being a certain age, I may be able to apply for the Homestead Act, which would actually, and even more incentive, take those property taxes that are already unbelievably low, they could go lower. We also are one of the few states that does not tax retirement benefits. And then there's a myriad of other things. We also do not have an estate tax for direct descendants. So not that I intend to be pushing up daisies anytime soon, but I do anticipate that at some point, my estate, whatever it may be, and if it's passed directly to my children, etc., that they will not be taxed the way some other states unfortunately do. Small town charm, tight-knit communities, means a lot to me. Okay, I worked in some of the biggest cities on the East Coast at different times in my other career, and I can tell you that I was looking and pining for a small town environment, and I absolutely got it. People know my name, okay? People recognize me when I'm out running and biking, and they wave and they say hello. So there's an unbelievable small town feel. It's also an unbelievably safe community. So I really find Coastal Delaware to be a community that I'm extremely comfortable living here, on my own. And even though I have a security system in my own personal home, and I've had it for a little over 9 years, again, don't tell anyone, I've never turned it on. And it's because I feel extraordinarily safe. I don't have a big dog. As a matter of fact, I live with a fat cat named Jilly. And I'm not sure she's going to be able to defend me should someone or an intruder try to bother me in my home. But I feel extraordinarily safe and comfortable, and I love that small town feel. So on the other hand, that small town feel for some people isn't really what they want to be, or being apart or distant from nightlife and culture and big sporting events and big entertainment venues can be considered a negative. Well, here's the positive. I am a little over 2 hours to Philadelphia. I'm a little over 2 hours to Baltimore, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes, etc., to DC. I can take a hop, skip, and a jump up to Wilmington, jump onto a train, and be in New York in 4 hours. And I do all of that. I have family in Richmond. It's about a 3.5 hour ride. I have family outside of Baltimore, a little over a 2 hour ride. I have family in Philadelphia, a 2 hour ride. So if I want to see them, day tripping, etc., if I want to go to an entertainment venue or a big sporting event. Yes, I've got children that support all of those big professional football teams and baseball teams in all of those cities, and we do go to those events. It's a day trip. In such a rural area that I can't access those kinds of activities and be part of that, kind of fun and festive environment. But at the end of the day, I absolutely love small town, close-knit feel that Coastal Delaware provides. I am probably not a foodie, although I absolutely love delicious food. So I love to go out. I love to enjoy a glass of wine with a great compliment, with whether it's an appetizer or a small plate or even the big plate. And I can tell you that Coastal Delaware has got a growing food scene. I'll mention from time to time my family because they're so important to me. I have a son who's an executive chef in the Richmond area. And when I first chose Coastal Delaware to make this my, permanent home, forever home, he was extraordinarily complimentary about the growing food scene here in Coastal Delaware. So whether you are looking for crabs or unbelievable shellfish, or I've got a secret little hideaway where it is the absolute best sushi, I believe, on the entire East Coast. We've got unbelievable Italian food, Mexican food, great burgers, great steaks, and everything in between. So depends on, you're looking for those casual boardwalk fries on the boardwalk or funnel cake, right up to really absolutely fine, 4 or 5-star dining. We've got it all in Coastal Delaware. And it's a growing, expanding, intriguing and really exciting piece of living here. New restaurants, new venues coming all the time, whether it's Sodell Concepts or One Coastal or Finn's, and the list goes on. So my favorite thing to do is not to make dinner, but is to make a reservation. And I absolutely would say that Coastal Delaware will match so many other areas of the country with really wonderful dining options. So arts and the thriving culture. This is another, again, we do not have Broadway plays, okay? We do not have fine musical events, but we absolutely are a growing and thriving cultural scene. from Freeman Arts Stage to some of the small, theaters that you're going to find in Rehoboth and Lewis and Milton, etc., as well as these local communities that really sponsor entertainment options all season long. So from May 15th to September 15th, you're going to find that Rehoboth, Bethany, Fenwick, etc., all of these smaller communities, Milton, are absolutely encouraging entertainment events, bringing, entertainers and acts, etc., into these small communities and really giving our tourists and our residents just so many different options. So looking for all of that, we've got you covered as well. I touched a little bit earlier, but I want to circle back one more time. The fact that I feel very safe, and I'm really confident you would feel very safe here in coastal Delaware. But if you are also considering a move, live, play, work in coastal Delaware, and you've got young children, I want you to know that the Cape Henlopen School District, the Indian River School District, two of the best, okay? Blue ribbon schools, small class size, unbelievable, add-on programs, etc. So we are definitely putting our markers in place and being a forward community that really cares about, educating those young minds, the future leaders of our country, and really encouraging that growth as well. So in closing, I started with the beach, I ended with schools and everything in between. I touched on the active lifestyle, I touched on the unbelievable beauty, the climate, the food scene, the culture scene, the small towns, the proximity to so many other major metropolitan areas, which really allows you to stay very connected, but also get back in your car or your Uber or your train, boat or plane, and go back to this beautiful region that I call home. So I made this decision about 10 years ago to live here, to play here, and to work here. And I would love to chat with you if you're inclined or considering or thinking about it or just exploring. Message me in the comments. I'd love to connect with you. Subscribe, hit that bell, subscribe to this channel, new content added weekly. I'd also love to hear what else you'd like to know about coastal Delaware. Is there a community? Is there a town? Is there a topic that I haven't touched in the last several weeks? So I am open to whatever you are looking to learn and understand about my favorite place on earth, coastal Delaware.